Hello everyone. Today we are going to review the OpenClose setup on standard bar types and also on Heiken Ashi bar types so we can smooth the transition. We have already seen those setups using marker tools. Today we are using a custom indicator to paint both signals. On this chart we are using the custom indicator N bars up down, where we are painting each time we have a bar to the upside or a bar with different color, a bar down or a bar up. At the first time that happens, we have a signal. That means that we can, for example, we can avoid this noise where we have one bar of different color if we set this to 2. So now we only get a signal at the second bar of the same color, but also we get a delay. Now all the signals are not at the first, but at the second. Anyway, the problem is when we are not using a bar type that smooth the trend, like the Renkos. Let's say that we are using a tick chart. Now the colors change in a more erratic way. It looks like even random. So we get a lot of signals. Again, we can smooth this noise, but by adding more bars. So now we get less signals, but also we get a delay. The other option is using Heiken Ashi. With Heiken Ashi, we paint new bars with fake open and close. Now the open and close of each bar, which is what defines the color of the bar, is fake. It is using certain logic by Heiken Ashi. So now we can use the same logic, but looking at the color of a Heiken Ashi bar instead of the standard. So for that we can use the new custom indicator where we look for the first time a bar changes color. And now we get these signals. The first Heiken Ashi upside bar, first Heiken Ashi downside bar, and so on. Again, we can look for 2 consecutive bars, so we can avoid part of this noise. And even better, we can also use a Heiken Ashi over Unirenko. So we have 2 stages of smoothing, one by Unirenko, the second by Heiken Ashi. So let's go back to Unirenko. And now we can go back to look at the first bar with different color. So now we have a much better and filtered signals. Also, if we are not using Unirenko, and we are using the standard old indicator looking at the color. If we look at the first bar with a lower close or a higher close, we get the classic signals. And if we want to filter part of those signals, like here, we can add more conditions, like for example, for an upside bar we may require also an upside color, a higher high and also a higher low. The same for the downside bars. We can require to be color down, a lower high and a lower low. And now we get more filtered signals. This is not using Heiken Ashi, this is using classic bars. So now we get much better filtered results. This may work also on other time frames, let's say 5 minutes. But usually it works much better on these examples or looking for more bars. So we get a short and a long. Here we have a little noise. Or use the Heiken Ashi version. Let's use the Heiken Ashi over these 5 minutes bars. So if we trade the color, we can get a long here, short, long, short. So we can replace the current standard indicator, which even looking at the first bar is having noise and a little late signals. So we can replace the standard bars up and down by the Heiken Ashi version, and looking for only the first bar. So now we get a signal each time the Heiken Ashi bar color changes. Again, of course, we can add a filtering by adding more bars. So now we have more control to define the trend direction for our instrument on any time frame. We don't need to be always using Renko. Hope this has been useful for you, and if you have any question, please post below this video. Thank you everyone, bye bye.